And welcome to our next tutorial. This is about the relationship between the objects. This is a purely software engineering concepts. The first one is association, aggregation, and composition. And after that, we will discuss a bit about can we use our interface in the Python. So let's start with the association. I have run the Python file, or actually a spider. So I'm just going to open that one. So here is the lecture 14. So what actually these relationships are, why we need this kind of definition or such kind of information before developing any system. So like as I said in our previous lecture, we are discussing the object oriented concepts. So like we are creating a software where the different entities or objects are sharing some properties with each other. So for that we are applying different kinds of techniques, like we are using inheritance, or like such kind of things like the association or the aggregation or composition. So this is the purpose of using these techniques, and this is the way we are using. Either some people try to use the inheritance, and some people use a different thing. So actually the inheritance is totally based on is our relationship. The relationship is in inheritance, as we already discussed in our chapter 13 or lecture 13. So what are the actually association? The first one is association. This is called the weak relationship. What does this mean? It is a weakest relationship. It is a weakest form of relationship between the classes. If we have two classes like A and B, B is completely independent from class A, but only needs some attribute from class A to run its method or to do some extra functionality. So it is bit confusing for you. Let me actually discuss over here. Suppose I'm going to create a class teacher, right? Or the teacher has their own properties, right? And I'm just passing this, and we are creating a separate class student pass. So over here you can see that teacher is totally independent. Student is also independent. A teacher can teach more than one student, or one student can taught by many teacher. So this is the relationship. It can be one to one, one to many to one, or many to many. So this is called, as I said, if this teacher does not exist, then student exists in the world. And if the teacher does not, suppose the student does not exist, teacher still exists in the world. So this is a association relationship. The both are totally independent to each other. So the another concept is called, sometimes it's called can be a relationship. Sometimes it's the term used in can be a relationship in this term. And the another one is aggregation. So what does the aggregation mean? So uh, we can define the aggregation. A relationship has our relationship, has our relationship, has our relationship. In the aggregation, we used a term has a relationship. In the aggregation, the definition for the aggregation is it is a medium form of relationship. Normally, if class A depend on class B to perform some functionality or perform some task, then B object will be created and passed to the object A. It is a bit confusing, but it passed to A. If we delete the uh, object A, then object B can exist without the container of object A. So it is still confusing. Let's create actually Actually, in simple wording, make it more understandable and more usable. Suppose we have a class engine, or we have a class. Let's actually create a different class over here. I'm creating a class engine, right? And here is a class inspection. Or we can create a different class car. Suppose this is a different class car. You can see that the car, let's actually make it again, define the things. What are the aggregation is? It is a medium relationship. It is a medium form of relationship. Normally, if class A needs class B, class A needs class B to perform some function, then B object will be created and passed to A. If we delete the container object A, then the content object B can exist without container object. So this is a basic concept. And the another one is a composition. The composition is a strong relationship. In composition, when class A is composed to one or more instance of other class, mean class B, in other words, one class is container and the other class is content. Suppose like we have a person, this is the main class, and the person have a head, right? And the person have a leg, a person have arms. The head, leg, arm, these three will always be different classes, but that all depends on the person. So if we delete class A, or means we can say that if we delete the container object A, suppose the person, the content B, mean the leg, arm, and head will automatically be deleted. So this is a composition. And the another thing is that suppose let's discuss from with the as a programming. In the programming, suppose we have a class salary, right? Salary, and we are defining some, the init and self, or maybe HRS, hours, and then rate, per hour rate, right? And we say that we are declaring that self dot, we are declaring monthly workout per hour or monthly workout. I'm declaring it MWH is equal to HRS. I'm assigning the HRS, and then pay rate, making it PR. Pay rate is equal to rate, right? No, I'm going to calculate the annual salary of this. I'm just creating a method for the annual salary. Def calculate, or just making it anything. We can create anything like calculate underscore annual salary, right? And self, and I'm just returning what actually we are returning, self dot monthly MWH multiply by rate, self dot pay rate, right? And multiply by 12, because we are calculating annual salary, so that's why we are multiplying with the 12. So then you can see that the class salary class is a independent. It does not belong with anyone. It does not belong with anything. Let's create a employee class. Employee, and I'm just making it very simple. Init self, and just adding the name, and then maybe the bonus. Just two things. And a self dot name is equal to name, and self dot bonus is equal to bonus. And that's it. Now over here we are going to create another method inside the employee. Let the name it calculate. I'm just making calculate annual salary, suppose with bonus. And it will take only the annual salary. Annual salary, and we are just returning maybe total plus annual salary, this one, and plus bonus, that is self dot bonus, this one. What it is saying, okay, self name. Uh, and let it make with like str, and this way. Undefined name scl, where I have written anything. I have created this name, and so I have created like two classes, salary and employee. And in the salary, I have created a calculate annual salary method that will get the this one. I have created a month MWH. This is just I just make it a short abbreviation for monthly working hours, and per month PR, that is called the pay rate. And over here I have created a annual salary method, and in the employee I am just getting the name and the bonus. And here is another method, calculate annual salary plus with bonus, right? So you can see that as this pass the 40, and the total 40 hours, and the rate is suppose 10, and employee name is Anjum, and here is the bonus for the employee. If I do print the same thing like this, and obj employee dot calculate bonus with uh, with the salary, calculate salary with bonus, and you can see that we have get the obj salary dot annual salary, this, and I'm just going to print this, the total salary. Let me actually move it up. Now you can see that self dot month, this salary, annual salary, let it print over here actually, obj dot annual salary. Here is the annual salary, and I'm just printing this first, just for simplicity. So the annual salary is 4,800, and in the case of bonus, I'm just passing this salary, right? This salary method over here, because it is returning the string. So I'm just printing this here and here and removing this one. Now you can see that total salary was 4,800, that is 4,800. Now I added the 2,000 bonus. Now the total becomes 6,800. Now you can see that the class A salary is independent. It do not have any concern about the employee, and employee is independent. But to calculate the salary, we can get the method, or we can get some functionality of the salary class. So this is called association. And the same like the aggregation, if we want to get the some value from in the method, like over here, the salary remain the same, but in the case of employee, we can add a salary here as well as a method, right? And for that we can do the same thing over here, despite of anything, uh, to calculate these all things, like the passing the salary object or something else. So we can pass directly. Suppose let me actually do this one, plus self dot salary. Let me write over here, self dot salary is equal to salary. So over here we have passed the as a method, and but now we are getting the third parameter as a salary. So we can pass that the directly method salary over here. This that is called like this one. We can pass as a method over here. Then no need to use the method. So we can go like in this way. Actually, the bonus missing one argument. What is that one? Yeah. So it is getting that we can actually remove the both thing, like we do not want to get the annual salary because we had passed this salary object over here. So we are going to use this, and over here, what does this mean? Need to cast actually operation for int and salary. Let me remove this. Unsport operator s for int and whatever. Let's try like in this way. Or maybe it could just print like this. Total, and I'm just using a format, and here salary bonus, and okay. Okay, let's actually convert both int and maybe it's better if we directly convert in this way, because it is a casting issue. So the argument must be string byte like a number. And what is this meaning? Actually, we have to use this. Sorry for that. We have to use obj dot annual salary, right? Now you can see that this we have passed this method as salary. No, it becomes the aggregate function in this case. And another one is the composition. So suppose we are, as I said, we are declaring a class like a salary and then the employee, and salary is not independent as it is being created inside employee class. Hence, if employee object gets deleted, the salary object will deleted also. And employee needs salary input parameter to exist, and if create the salary object as a inner function, so it will go out. So this is very like these all are the different things. Suppose I want to initialize a object inside suppose I want to declare self dot like I'm declaring a salary object, right? And over here I'm going to declare what actually I'm going to do here, salary, then this is my class name, salary, and it is getting the two thing, that is, suppose we are getting the two parameter over here, bonus, and we are adding the rate, HRS, and rate, right? These two things, rate. So this method, our salary method, taking the two thing and then rate, these two. And in the bonus calculation, despite of using the different thing, I'm going to use a parameter over here like bonus plus salary object dot sorry, I forgot to add a self dot our method name is here is our method name. That is self dot calculate annual salary. I want to remove this because we are not getting any kind of thing. So here I'm removing this one. Here the employee, and this is getting 3 parameter now, 4 actually. The name, bonus like 2000, and 40 hours, and the rate 10, and just printing this. Employee object has to no argument calculate an annual salary, because it is throwing the exception self dot no self dot actually this one self dot, let it make it just bit clear, bonus plus self dot this, and because we have declared the object of that dot calculate salary, that is this one, and we are just returning. And let's print over here now. Print total this way. Maybe let's format it, and this. Now you can see that now our total is 6,800. You notice that this is a strongest relationship, mean the composition. We have declared the salary class object inside the employee. So if we destroy this like a employee, so salary input, and as we learned that the strong composition, if the container object is disposed, then automatically the content object will automatically dispose. So this is a composition, and sorry for that, it goes just a bit longer than usual, and thank you for watching.